We are in the Sugar City. The series between the West Indies and Australia pivots to Warner Park, Basseterre, St. Kitts for the third T20I. For the West Indies, it is desperation and hunger as they try to remain in contention of winning the series, facing an uphill battle. Shai Hope's men, Australia currently leading 2-0. Cam Green with a couple of 50s. The young team will be very pleased with their efforts to start the white ball edition of this tour. It's the sixth straight toss in the tour that all the Aussies have won. Shai Hope will have to bat first yet again. For the third time in this series, Mitch Marsh and Darren Gangas alongside to talk us through the West Indies team who have made two changes.
Yeah, those two changes. Hi, Nickel. Greetings, everyone. Romario Shepherd comes into the side. Jediah Blades on debut gets an opportunity. The left-arm seamer from Barbados. But it's a team that has shown good form with the bat. They will want to bat themselves into an unassailable position to keep the series alive. Definitely more runs required from Rovman Paul and Shafeen Rutherford.
Australia have chopped and changed their bowling lineup today. Sean Abbott comes back in. They've dropped Matt Kuhneman, who played and made his debut in the last T20I in Jamaica. But it's all about the power in that batting lineup. Mauritius bowled 2 overs in the power play in each of the 2 games. And for 35. We'll be hoping to use the easterly wind to help get the ball back into the right-handers. One of them being Brandon King, who notched his 12th T20 International 50 the last game at Sabina Park. Started slowly but then recovered well, and Shai Hope at the other end. 50 in the first T20I, the captain. A word to describe that stroke: class. First boundary.
Near perfect execution there from Brandon King, who was in the slot, showed really good balance and held his shape. Full face of the bat presented. You'll expect more of this at this venue where the straight boundaries are relatively small.
Shot of authority. Yeah, that's how far it travels here at Warner Park. Easy with the short straight boundaries.
And it's very typical of Brandon King and his scoring area in recent times, and more so in the power play. He scores many of his runs in that V area, hits with a straight bat, goes vertical once more, and that's the right option for that type of delivery. Straight away you can see the surface is a good one, ball coming on to bat.
Top shot, clean from Shai Hope, who finds the middle of the bat. 25 for none.
I got you, brother.
Another delivery that allows Shai Hope
to hit a ball of that length down the ground speaks to the quality of Shai Hope.
And evidence of that with pace on this surface that is usually a good one for batting. You can back away, stand and deliver, so to speak. Execution very good on that occasion once more.
You should be very reluctant to pitch the ball that close on this ground. It's surprising the window is still intact.
This is beautiful tempo here. Shai Hope just run through the line, was on pace there.
Not where Shai Hope intended it, but the 4 will bring up the 50 for the West Indies. taking out one of our cameramen, but again, you can't get too close in length here as a spinner, especially as a finger spinner. Even then he's pulled the length back, and the straight boundaries here are very seductive, but very short.
No matter what surface or ground length you're playing on, this is a wonderful shot from Hope. Glenn Maxwell, he took the pace off, did everything he wanted to do to cramp the batsman up.
Wonderful strike, very crisp from Brandon King.
And this is a modern day leg spinner. He used his ball on purpose here, I think, Adam Zampa, to get one. But it was just the sheer power of King. He used the crease beautifully.
Too easy, and it won't be the last time tonight we see that ball struck straight down the ground if the length is given.
Adam Zampa just missed his length there. Now Brendan King to step and hit and free his arms up. Don't have to get a lot on it to clear that boundary straight.
Top shot. Part of the compliment there is to Shea Hope for just making enough room, forcing Owen now to even tighten his line even more here in St. Kitts and Nevis.
And this is a really good sign for the West Indies. Starting to find some real rhythm.
It's high, and it's gone. And we'll see more of that 91 without loss after 8.
The last ball of the previous over into the Lozak Road. Yeah, that's out of the park. Keep your eyes on it, everyone. When you come to a venue like this, Shakira, and so in the CPL in 2024, 50 for Shea Hope, another one for him in this series. 8th T20I half century for the West Indies captain. Yeah, looking to go straight again. Shea Hope, he nails it for 4. Great power, great dexterity.
Fans are happy, but Maxwell is bewildered. He's almost got everything right about that delivery, Maxwell.
Yeah, that's square, that's into the wind, and that's disappeared. The 100 comes up for the West Indies inside the 10th over. Brutal batting.
Yeah, not too often you see an Australian bowler looking so bewildered. 89-meter hit. First maximum that's gone square of the wicket. Really good use of the crease by Brandon King.
Now 1-2 gets 4. Another half century for Brandon King. It's his 13th in this format and his 2nd in succession. He's in some scintillating form. Looks really elegant and regal when he's on the go, King.
The ball absolutely racing off his back, Brandon King. Mitch Owen perhaps should have done better on the boundary.
Yeah, that's gone as well. It's been an onslaught of epic proportion here at Warner Park.
It's the 10th 6 of the innings. It's carnage.
And 6 sixes for Brandon King alone. He's in some form. And if you're a bowler, you accept that though. He's pulled you into that strong breeze for a maximum.
Now that's in the air. This time it's taken into the wind. So it just held up. It was well judged in the end. And Mitchell Wynn, after being struck for 6, strikes back. And Sean Abbott, the fielder.
Yeah, good commitment to the plan. Asking Brandon King to go up into that breeze again. Yeah, this tells you how much he actually held up. Misjudged this on the boundary. Ended up having to take it low because the ball really held up in that strong breeze. But a scintillating knock from King. 62 of just 36 deliveries. 125 for 1.
Thick edge will run into the boundary as well. It's been that type of day for the West Indies, Brad Haddon.
It has well bowled there from Adam Zampa. Around the edge of Shy Hope, who has not put a foot wrong all day. We did see there, though, there's a little bit of turn on his surface as it started to wear.
Missed his length badly, and another straight 6 from the West Indies. 9 of 11 of them have been in the V.
The crowd at St Kitts here is starting to come alive. Adam Zampa would like to have this one back. Once again, Shay Hope is targeting that short side.
Catch! Fielder will watch. He's hit it flat, but he's hit it in the gap. 6 more.
And not often Adam Zampa gets hit for back-to-back 6s. Hetmeyer has gone with the win here. Well bowled by Adam Zampa.
Goes pace on, and Shea Hope gleefully accepts.
Yeah, this is a big play here from Hope. Put pressure straight on Nathan Ellis. He's been brought back into the attack to quieten this scoreboard down. Once again, pace off. Shy Hope has got used to the pace of the surface and started to find a real tempo in his swing now.
Makes the mistake of going full, and Hetmeyer makes him pay.
Hetmeyer, it's a beautiful swing of the bat. The wrong one, Hetmeyer picked it. He knew straight away.
This time full and taken. Not the first time in the series Zampa's been hit for a 6 and then responds with a wicket.
Yeah, this is very clever bowling here by Adam Zampa. With the 6, he just got outside Hetmeyer's eye line, allowed him to free his arms up. But this one, he tightened it up, went at his heels, didn't allow Hetmeyer get a free swing of the bat. Hasn't quite got hold of it. Simple catch in the outfield there. Ben Dorcius. That's a big wicket for the Australians. The back of Hetmeyer. He departs for 9. West Indies, though, 162 for 2.
That is innovation. We don't always see that ramp from Shea Hope, something he's been working on into the 90s.
We've seen a lot of power tonight from Hope, but this is a touch of class. Realised from the field, and Dorcius had said he was going to go full at the stumps. To be able to walk in the line, use the pace of the ball. Very nervous signs for the Australians here at the moment, the way Hope's seen the ball.
In front of square. Strategic positioning by Rutherford.
Much in a boundary here for Rutherford. Pace off here from Fendorcious. Rutherford, know how powerful he is, square the wicket. Just try to get it outside his eye line, but the reach.
That's educated. Not intentional from Shafeen Rutherford, but he'll take it. Good start to the over for the West Indies.
Yeah, I think it was deliberate, the way he broke his wrist at the last moment to get this down, to third. Very well played. Good start to the over.
Gets bat and goes in the gap. So 4 more to Shea Hope. A welcome boundary, just 5 so far from the over.
Yeah, and you can tell from his body reaction, a nod or a shake of the head rather, that he isn't too pleased with what has happened so far in the over up until that point. He just delays his stroke slightly because it's a slower delivery and gets the gap well.
And that's a moment to savor. Soaring Hope records his first T20I century. Quite unshakable and radiant. It's been an innings of power, and evidenced by those 6 sixes he's achieved. Brilliant captain's knock. Another full toss, not capitalized on. And to add insult to injury, he's run out. So an uncharacteristic type of innings from Shafeen Rutherford. In and amongst the brilliance of Hope.
Yeah, this is inexplicable. He seems as though he just gave up. Didn't make the connection he was after, and just look at him trotting down. Wonderful awareness from Tim David, knocks the stump out of the ground. And that was a soft dismissal, you'd have to say. Rutherford goes for 12. 193 for 3.
The toss should get 4 at the inner part of the bat, so Rovman Powell will take confidence with this outcome.
My word, what type of bat is that? That's an inside edge that races across for 4. Not where he was aiming. Look how quickly that spread across.
Short and clubbered into the gap. The 200 comes up for the West Indians. That's powerful from Paul.
And if his first boundary was unconvincing, then this one was absolutely crunched. That pivot and swivel from Powell.
Top edge should be a simple catch. Yep. Zampa makes no mistake. So Powell again trying to use his muscle, leg side. Flutters to deceive.
Yeah, she's upset. And then that upset turns to joy. Into the surface, so he changed the length as well as the line. Powell opting to use power. And holds out to Adam Zampa. Look how things changed quite quickly. That's disappointment. Then why would I continue to be disappointed? Yeah, get the dance in.
Power, good power. Mario Shepherd enforces himself onto Ellis and brings 4.
Now just look at the way this ball swerves after it leaves the bat. We can't see it from that angle, but it's brute force from Romario Shepherd.
You will get it. That's a nice finish for Romario Shepherd and for the West Indies. The brilliance of Shea Hope just holding things together in this first effort. And in this very important T20 International, can they save this series and keep it alive?
absolutely brilliant. Ends the innings unbeaten on 102. Look at the strike rate, 179. 6 sixes for Shea. Brandon King got a half century as well. And they'll be absolutely pleased with 214 on the board.
Well, for the bowlers from Australia, it was Sean Abbott who was brilliant with his economy. His 4 overs only costing 21 when there was carnage happening with Hope and King. And Nathan Ellis really reinforcing his credentials of one of the best T20 bowlers in the world. 1 for 37 from his 4, and really keeping things in check in that last 5 over phase of the innings.
Mitch Marsh yet to get out of the power play. Sorry, Joseph has dismissed him in both games, not playing today. Maxwell continues his new role at the top of the order. Jedediah Blades, we can get a win for him. 23 years old from Fair Pilgrim Christchurch in Barbados. First boundary for Australia and for Marsh.
And of course, if it doesn't come back and holds its line, Marsh can open the face. Whether he did that deliberately or not, only he will know. So the line has to be a little bit tighter without getting too straight to get hit with the wind.
Over point. Wristy from Maxwell.
Blades will reflect on, even though he had the fielder there at that deep point, the seam position suggests that he wants the line to be a little bit tighter to the off stump instead of giving as much room. It's a good strike into the wind. It cut through the wind and over point.
Not sure if he intended for the ball to go there. Maybe it's effective from Maxwell.
I'm not sure the plan is deliberately to go wide as 2 balls ago. But he had the protection there and got hit over the protection. This one, the opening of the bat face suggests that he intended to go. Whether he intended to go that fine.
Both fielders were on the leg side, so Maxwell knew the line would be straight.
And I think mentally, it is a real challenge sometimes to bowl at a ground like this when the pitch is very good. Not always. This is only, I think, what, the 4th score over 150 in 13 T20 internationals here. Make them hit your best ball, though. That's what you want.
Could have been decision. I think he's short there, Glenn Maxwell. He was late. They'll have a look, but it seems like the West Indies are confident.
TV umpire to director. We have an umpire's review for a run out at the striker's end. Can you give me your best side-on shot, please? Ball is collected. Batter is way out of his crease. Ready with my decision to the big screen.
Good fielding, very, very important in defending or trying to defend this total. He looked in good touch, Maxwell, going for 20, 30 for 1.
Point. Oh my goodness. That has gone into the boundary. Hit straight. Silence at Warner Park every time a boundary is hit, except for them.
And that's one of the benefits of that crouch in his stance, where he gets low to be able to pick up length early from the spinner as opposed to the pacer where he stands taller.
straight away the dominance against pace by Josh Inglis, using his feet. That has disappeared.
Shown in his career, particularly in this format as Ravi Rampal's kids look on, the ability to score 360. And he hit the ball quite nicely down the ground at times at Sabina Park in the previous game. They're going to target the short straight boundaries. They're going to try.
Fielder's there, and Fielder takes it. Variation from Romario Shepherd, taking pace off the ball works.
Very good, and also very good is the length. So you take the pace off, you go into the surface to get them to hit into the wind, and all you're looking for is the ball to hit off center of the bat, into the wind. Sometimes it will go for 6, but the minute it hits off center, you have your success. 15 to Josh Inglis, 45 for 2.
Look outside edge. It will trickle into the boundary line. It will also bring up the 50 for the Australians. Not convincing from the Australian skipper.
Yeah, for a few close calls, the last 3 deliveries. Unintentional, but he'll take it.
Thick outside edge. Flies past Shea Hope. 4 more to Mitch Marsh. And he motos on.
He continues to go hard, Mitch Marsh, particularly when it's wide. Yeah, why not with 3rd in the circle?
Catch it is a cry, catch it is a cry. Not properly timed, but sufficient enough to go into the boundary line for 4. So second 4 in the over.
Slightly over pitching on this occasion, but still places it. Mitch Marsh.
That's an edge, and that's another wicket. Holder coming up trumps, and he gets the prize wicket off the Australian skipper.
Yeah, saw the plan immediately. 2 fielders in the deep on the offside, so you knew it was going to be wide. Proper execution from Jason Holder. Safely held by Shea Hope. Again, Jason Holder has a wicket in this power play. Mitch Marsh struggles to 22 from 19 deliveries, 61 for 3.
Sounded good. Didn't quite hit it off the middle of the bat, but it flies nonetheless. He's a strong man, Tim David. He gets 6. That will ease the pressure.
As this could be a wicket, it should be a wicket. It's Shea Hope who takes the catch.
A wonderful bowling from Romario Shepherd. That plan from around the wicket going across the right-hander, something we've spoken about from the pavilion end. Can't particularly reach it. Cam Green, simple enough catch for Shea Hope. Centurion from the first innings, all smiles now. Another Australian goes, 87 for 4. Wow, the sound of the bat, that was mellifluous. Magnificent strike off the bat of Dre Ross, but it's Tim David striking.
100 up there for the Australians. Tim David, you know how powerful he is. We've seen it a lot more at the back end of the innings. He's given the opportunity tonight up the order and 96 metres. Come on, Timmy, you can go further than that. Now back-to-back 6s there from Tim David. There's catch in the crowd there. just got to take his time, not overplay his hand here, and just trust what he's done. Own those stumps. He'll get enough purchase. One might skid, one might take the surface.
That's another. That's in the top tier. That's a hat-trick of sixes now before Tim David. Brutal batting. It really is Goliath-like.
Yeah, just look at this. Just outside Tim David's eye line. Having the opportunity to step, hit and free his hands. The Australian crowd there, they appreciate it.
And another. You're right, Hads. He's not done yet. That's 4 consecutive sixes. 28 in the over, 10 gone. 120 for 4. Yeah, that's gone. That's monstrous. That's almost all the way to Nevis. Brute force from Tim David. It's disappeared.
Well, that's the biggest of them all. Just gone the arm ball. Deep in the crease, Tim David. That's his 6th six. It's definitely taking a liking to the left arm spin. Oh, 89 metres, Sammy.
Yeah, he gets there. It's a 50. It's the fastest ever T20I half century for Australia. And it's 7th 50 overall. He seems to be cramping though. Maybe wants a change of gloves, but wonderful knock. Ball striking like you've never seen before.
Yeah, that's a wonderful innings under pressure there from Tim David.
That's even further. The moment he released the ball, Akil Hussain knew it was 6. Yeah, that's gone over the pavilion, it's gone over the cameras. It's a 50 partnership of just 14 deliveries. Carnage here.
That's just a step and hit there from Tim David. And just look at the power. Gone straight over the pavilion, over the cameraman and outside the ground.
Yeah, that's gone. The moment you miss, you're going to disappear, and that's what he's waiting for, Tim David. He took the strike, he denied the single of the first delivery because he wants to face the entirety of this over at another 6 to his tally.
Yeah, this is just pressure here from Tim David.
That's gone as well. It's another 6. It's just skirted off the roof of the stand. And the 3rd umpire, 4th umpire, someone will have to come out with another ball.
Yeah, another 6 here from David. This is a strange decision for me to bowl chase. Seen over the last couple of overs, Tim David take a liking to both spinners.
And that's 4. Really is disdainful batting from David. And that's another 6. That's why he wanted strike. 71 runs in the last 3 overs. 12 gone, 163 for 4.
My goodness, that is some strike. I'm not sure I'd be paying for a seat down in that section of the ground today without a helmet on.
And you're not safe if you're here at the ground, not with Tim David striking it like this. Just gets outside or stump, expecting Mitch Owen getting into the app.
That's the one into the pitch. May have been a little cutter. He has hammered that.
My gosh, Tim David. slightly slower, you know. And somehow he's managed to hammer that beyond the field, that deep mid wicket.
Got him. No, put it down. That was a sitter. It really was. Brandon King, you can't do that.
No, she says. They're all disappointed. Lately out Fox with the slower delivery. Tried to whip it. And straight through the hands into the chest. It cost them.
High, it's high. And lands safely. Remember hitting into the wind on that side of the ground. 184 for 4. Inadvertent, but runs for Owen. Flat and hard and muscle from Owen.
Bouncing all the way to the finish line, the Australians. He already showed what he's capable of in that first T20 international match, Owen.
Oh, my goodness. He continues to amaze here tonight, Tim David. His first match of this series. He's played some 13 T20 games at this ground and averages 35. His first T20 international at the venue. Well, he's played CPL here. Just hold on. Does he hold on? 6. No, he signals 6. He stepped back over the rope. Even that doesn't go the way of the West Indies tonight. 211 for 4. Oh, Tim David. David has batted more like Goliath tonight here at Warner Park. His first T20 international 100. And it is a match-winning one. Fastest T20 international 100 for Australia, and the third fastest involving a full member nation in this format. They know him here in the Caribbean. He's been playing domestic T20 cricket over the years. That is monstrous. And Australia take the series with 2 games to go, an unassailable 3-0 lead.
So CG United moment of the match comes from this man. He was exceptional. 11 sixes in his innings. His first T20I century. What a performance. Fastest T20I century for Australia. Remember, didn't get a chance to bat in that last game, but definitely the hero tonight. The CG United moment of the match. Dominant. That's what Australia showed today, with ball in the back end of the innings, the last 5 overs, and then with the bat. Tim David rising to the challenge, getting his first T20 international century. 102. So to Shea Hope with that 102. First West Indian to get a T20I century against Australia. So real standout performances from both sides, but in the end it was Australia going on to win by 6 wickets and lead that 5-match series 3-0.